Hi, everybody. It's Russ from the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well. If you're new around here, why don't you consider subscribing? Becoming a member as well, a member of the Barmy Member Army. Over 50 strong at the moment. But so if you want to become a member, fantastic. If not, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you may have anytime we put new content. And obviously, we've got loads of bloody games coming up in the next few weeks, haven't we? So we've content all the time. It's like a revolt. A conveyor belt. Yeah, conveyor belt. That's it. Conveyor belt content. That should be the strapline. West Ham Network, a conveyor belt of content. So we've got obviously today. Hello, welcome. We've got the rating show with Matt this afternoon. It's late, sort of early evening ish, usually about 7-8 ish, and then we've got the flagship show, West Ham Weekly with Steliaku, coming out tonight, whenever that may be. I don't give a time for Stel Show because it is whenever. And I'm joined today by my mate Spotty McSpot. I've just seen. So there's two of us on today, me and Spot. I'm deflated. I'll be honest. I'm a bit deflated from yesterday. It was a bit annoying, wasn't it? Yesterday it was just the whole thing about yesterday was frustrating in terms of, you know, Jesse scoring and then the euphoria of getting the last minute penalty and the euphoria of Mark Noble coming on to take the penalty. And I was like, this is brilliant. This is like Roy the Rovers stuff. This is like brilliant. And, you know, and obviously missing the penalty. And it's like, Moyes was damned if you do, damned if you don't, innit? Say he didn't put Mark Noble on. Say if Declan Rice did take the penalty, he missed it. Everyone would go, you want to put Mark Noble on? He's on the bench. So he did that and he missed. And if he'd scored, he would have been a tactical genius, wouldn't he? So anyway, we move on. As I said, we'll have the rating show. Matt will talk about that, and Jake will talk all about the rating show tonight and give everyone their scores. And it shows how far we've come. You know, me and my glass half full. It shows how far we've come. You know, when we're disappointed, we've narrowly just lost to Man United. Probably going to be them and Chelsea for the Championship, or the Premier League this year, to be honest, and City as well. But still, you know, usually we'd feel deflated having lost 2-1 to, no disrespect to anyone, Crystal Palace or Brighton or Burnley. You know, I remember getting turned over 3-0 at Burnley, against Burnley at our gaff. You know what I mean? And so onwards and upwards. We've got the Carabao Cup. It'll be good. I've stood by my prediction that I think we're going to win on Wednesday. I think our second string is going to be a good enough match for Man United's second string. And hopefully get to see a few of the youngsters as well, because I think that will encourage people a bit. That will encourage people. I think we really missed what we couldn't have give for Antonio to throw Antonio on with the last 15 minutes to have a go at Maguire. You know what I mean? But what's it meant to be? We move on. You know, sitting pretty in the table at the moment, and we'll see what happens. But that is West Ham, innit? That is West Ham. Who we got in the chat? We got Ludders. Good afternoon, Ludders. Hope you are well, my friend Oz. Hope you're well. Will be a good week for West Ham. Essex, 2 wins. Win against Man United Carabao Cup, and then we beat the dirty Leeds on my birthday. Dirty Leeds. Antonio would have won that game had he played. Now, this is interesting. This is what I was talking about, the boys at the Supporters Club. And again, apologies. We did do the live show from the Supporters Club, but the internet is so rubbish. So we're trying to figure. We're going to be sorting that out for the next time we do it. But I do apologise. And thank you for watching it. There's a lot of likes and lots of positive comments. But I know Stel's camera work is a little bit beat as desired. But I had a complete mare yesterday. I literally forgot everything. I forgot my stand. I forgot my mics. I forgot everything. It was one of those days. You know, days because it was so early. I mean, I had to be. I was up and out by about 8 o'clock yesterday, and just forget everything. So it was just one of those complete the whole thing, and then Jimmy Greaves dying, and then Boise dying. Oh, it was crazy, absolute crazy. But yeah, so yeah, and I mean, I tell you, possibly would have won the game for us, but for me, the first half, I enjoyed the way Antonio was playing. We played without Antonio because usually what we would do is the outlet ball for us is, if we're under any pressure, is just hit it down the wing and Antonio would run after it. We didn't have that option. So for us, it was about moving, you know, a lot more interplay. I quite liked the way we played, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, feel the same, but do you agree that Fabian was our best player? I thought Fabianski played a very good game, to be honest. Sorry, it's me really random. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, I thought Fabianski had a good game. I thought he really did. The Chelsea game cheered us up a bit. It did. What a dramatic well, it was dramatic for the first half was quite dramatic, wasn't it? The second half was a bit meh. Then it looked like everyone was going to play for a draw, it seems to me, because we took off Ben Rama, put on Lanzini, and then we had and they brought on Matic, and I thought, okay, it looks like we're both playing for a draw. Then it just went absolutely crazy. Absolutely mental. So it was very dramatic, wasn't it? Right, no way would Antonio make a difference. His team played very well. It should have been a draw. I totally agree. Watched us lose. Sorry, we watched us lose, and then the car broke down. Glasgow, Newcastle didn't make the what? Just one of those days, isn't it? Just one of those days, man. A day of high drama. It was a day of high drama indeed. Still really disappointed with us, but we only dropped a point. That's the thing. We dropped a point. And again, we went one up, and we need to look at this penalty thing now. In my opinion, the fact when you had to bring on a guy who's retiring at the end of the season to score a penalty, or as your best penalty hope, doesn't bode well for the next season, for example. Or if Mark's not on, or maybe Moyes used all the subs and Mark couldn't come on. You know what I mean? He was fortunate to still have one sub left. You know what I mean? So, yes, I think that needs to be sorted. Mate, West Ham played very well. Would have deserved the point. Manchester was also excellent. Very good game with two teams and a very unlucky ending. It was, man. It was very unlucky, I thought. It was a great game for the neutrals. Is what it is, isn't it? Is what it is. I thought it was a really good game. Apparently Vlasic can take a pen. Well, there we go. So, but he wasn't on, but for the future. Well, there we go. So maybe that's interesting to see. Maybe that's going to be, he's going to be the guy who takes it when he's on the pitch. But again, with so much fluidity within the box, but it's weird. It's just with so much fluidity of the team going around, then you need two or three people who are going to take penalties, isn't it? That's my opinion. Don't agree with bringing on Lobes. Well, Skips, if it paid off, it would have been a great result, wouldn't it? If it paid off, it would have been a great result. But it didn't. So I don't know what was going on. I'm not too sure what's going on, but we'll see, man. Diabolical decision on Souček's penalty box. An opinion on that. Your opinion on the ref? I think he didn't have a great game. To be honest, there was a couple each side. There was a couple each way, to be honest. In my opinion, there was a few each. There was some our way, there was some their way. Yes, because we should have the Souček one should have been a penalty, I thought. But I think the Ronaldo one should have been a penalty as well, realistically. So we'll see what happens. Playing golf. No, I'm trying a polo top. I'm just wearing a polo top. That's all we're doing. Playing. People say Nobles wasn't warmed up. He spent all time there playing. He did, and there's some strange things like Areola. Areola was like doing a lot of like kicking, which is weird. Very, very strange. It's weird, very strange. But yes, I don't know. It's just one of those games, isn't it? I just think it was. I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to go our way because, to be honest, Man United thought they played very well. They did, from a neutral. They got a lot of zip about them. I think Ronaldo's still an amazing player at 36, whatever he is. And they seem a completely different team than the team that has come down to our gaff in the last few years. But it's only really the only real difference is Varane and Ronaldo. Really makes a big difference, but just wasn't meant to be, was it? Just had a feeling. Still feeling deflated by this result, but the team played well. Exactly, and that was a general consensus from the sports club. The team played well, and it was a good game, and we're disappointed not to get points against Man United. Still, it's a little bit bizarre, but then to be honest, that's what happened last time, really. So, do you remember last season? We'd always play well against the teams we never used to play well against, which was sort of the bottom 10, 13, 14 teams. But the top 6 teams, we never really used to. We not all the time. I remember 3-3 with Arsenal when we were 3-1 up, and various others. So I think it's one of the ones we just put down to. We've got plenty more games, so let's draw a line and look forward to next week. Without our 3 new signings, what would the score have been? I mean, Zuma, I thought, played a fantastic game. I think Vlasic, there's glimpses there of Vlasic, definitely. I think he's going to be one going forward. I think for him, he should have buried that first time. There was a shot in the first half. I think it was Cresswell came across and he was in front, and he should have buried that. Should have really buried it. But it's a strange one. Very, very strange one. All we can ask from Moyes is to field our strongest players to the end. Indeed. Yeah, fair enough. And to be honest, he still had that one sub right at the end. He didn't bring on another sub, and there was no nouts that he's going to get a penalty in the last minute to bring on Mark Noble. So, yeah. Felt sorry for Lingard. Obviously didn't want to celebrate. Was forced to, by the way. I know. Yeah. It was obvious. He was like in the hole, and then he just got dragged into the Man United. But then, fair play to him. It's a great goal. And it's something we saw lots of in the last second half of last season when he was playing for us. Afternoon, still gutted. Super Chef is still out. He's off. Well done, son. Well done. Didn't have to shoot, James. No, yep. Very true. Didn't have to shoot. Well, he's. Would you have Kral on instead of Yama? Why did we get Kral? He hasn't played yet. Yama offered nothing apart from the pen. Well, he got the pen, didn't he? Yama's up top, isn't he? He offers something up top, doesn't he, ladders? I think Kral is your sort of Souček Rice replacement. I imagine we'll probably see him on Wednesday. Possibly him and Noble in the middle on Wednesday, who knows? Or someone like that. But I think that's what we use it for. Anton looked like a giant. I didn't realise how big he was. I know he's a big boy, but he's big lad. I need to get a step ladder next time we interview him. IGP, well, outstanding goal from Lingard. To be fair, the price we pay for not paying what we're asked. Indeed. Very true, but it's one of those ones I think it's like the whole thing. I remember when we sold Diangana, everyone was like, going, this is ridiculous. We sold Diangana, yada, yada, what's going on? And Moyes got that one right. Didn't he? Diangana is barely getting minutes on it at West Brom now. I think he's had like 1 shot on target all season, something ridiculous like that. Maybe Lingard, because it was clearly either Lingard or Vlasic. Vlasic is younger, Lingard, he's got it now, but in maybe 2 years' time, it might be a very shrewd bit of business not buying Lingard in. Or if we do get him, we get him for next to nothing in January. That's, I think, the way we look at it. Afternoon, Neil T, hope you're well. Please, for Ben Rama, mind a combination of 5 goals and 5 assists. Yes, do tell you the boy needs to play. He does. I mean, fair play to him. It was a good game. He played all right, didn't he? He looked more at home in that sort of more central position, which you wouldn't get if Lingard was here. And I think he's going to become. We paid £25 million for him, so we show we've got to get that return on investment. Really, one thing. So yeah. Our interplay between 17 of the first half was excellent, but we sort them. We sort of let them off. Shame that wasn't available. But I don't. That's the thing. But in terms of the interplay, WHU58, I think part of that was the fact that we didn't have Antonio, so we couldn't have that. As I said before, we couldn't have the out ball, the easy out ball. Now, the easy ball for everyone when Antonio's up front is if he's on the left, you just punt it down the line, he chases it, and then he'll usually get the ball and hold it up and. But we couldn't. There had to be better interplay. So I thought we played arguably our best football. Some really good football. I hope we never let a Man United playing again. 4-0 preventing an excellent chance of Vlasic to score in the second half. Was just behind him and in a better position in front of. Yeah, and when he did that sort of Rabona again, if it came off, it would have been amazing. So if Noble would come, Noble substitution would come off, it'd been amazing. We have to give Lingard credit. Scored a great goal. Got great reception as well. I know a few people criticise the reception, and he was like, "Well, he played bloody well. It weren't for him, we wouldn't be in Europe." That's it. We wouldn't have had those. We would have a lovely sort of at least 6 games in Europe because of him. So credit where credit's due. Even the Man U were worried about us yesterday, but they were. And again, maybe a half glass full type guy. playing McTominay and Fred in the middle, they don't do that unless they're playing a top side. They don't do that. I mean, we play the same formation pretty much all the time now, but they don't play those two sort of holding midfielders unless they're playing a top side. So Ollie treats us like a top side, and we are a top side. I think we can beat anyone on our day, and we showed that. You know, the fact that when Man United could bring on £75 million worth of player on the bench, Jesse Lingard, £20 million worth of player. You know, they brought on about £100 million, £120 million of players off the bench, and we held them. And I think that shows where the progress is. And we're disappointed we didn't get nothing out of the game. Again, shows the progress of us as a club. I'm absolutely sure if Rice would have taken the penalty scores, right, we do designate, for me, Ben Rama. Well, that's what I think. If Vlasic can take it, Ben Rama can take it. Yeah, the chances are, there'll be some times where they're both playing, where there'll be a little bit of a Di Canio Lampard situation. But that's what you need. Someone said Souček used to take him for Slavia Prague. Time to move on. I totally agree. Hi, Nobes took the penalty without the captain's armband on. He probably didn't have time, to be honest. He probably didn't want to, you know, he's it's almost Deck's insistent on him having the armband if he comes on, rather than Mark's insistent of taking it. So yeah, I think it is a strange one. It is a strange one. Only silver lining, Spuds looked awful. They did. You know, I mean, everyone was moaning about Arsenal being in the North London club in crisis. I think Spurs are going to be. You know, we've got them in just over a month's time. I regret we will never see Lingard in a shirt again. Part 2 on Wednesday to deal with. Indeed, again, it's totally different team. 2 different sides, wasn't it? But 2 different sides. And I think our second string is a match for Man United's second string. I imagine they'll probably have someone like Sancho playing, get some game time. They'll have some good Mata and people like that. But, you know, we'll have, I think, pretty much our bench. I think Kral and Noble will be playing. I think Lanzini will be playing. I wouldn't be surprised they give some minutes to Vlasic maybe again to try and get his confidence up. I think you'll see Diop and Dawson play. Fredericks will be playing. Masuaku may be playing. Areola might start, might get his first game. So we're going to have a bloody good team out, and I think the bench will be pretty much full up of academy. You know, there's the under 23s. So hopefully we get to see some Okaflex play, and I think it'd be good to see some of the youngsters play, because do you remember last season when obviously we had that really awful game against Newcastle at the beginning of the season, and then we lost to Arsenal as well. But in between those, with those 2 Carabao Cup games where we pretty much demolished the teams with Hull and Charlton. You know, we played really well against those 2 teams, and with some really good, probably our best football for the first bit of the season too. Obviously, we beat Leicester and Wolves, you know, without conceding a goal. So I think this has come at the right time. We need a bit of a bounce, particularly before Leeds. That's a massive game for us now. It's not about getting a draw. We need a win. We need to go to win at Leeds, because I think a draw, you know, we've drawn the last 2. If we draw 3, so that's 3 out of 12 points. That's 3 out of 9 points, rather. It's 3 out of 12 points. Yeah, because we drew the last couple. It's not looking, you know, it's not like panic stage at all. But it's like we need to get a momentum going, because then we've got the Europa League. We've got Brentford, so we've got double home game, haven't we? Next week, so. It's about momentum, isn't it? And that's what we need. Used us to get his fitness. He could have refused to play. He's not going to refuse to get JP. Come on, he's you know, it's just the shirt he wears. It's the same as if you go to another company, isn't it? If you move to another company and you're at a conference and they're there and you're there, you're not going to not sell and not say don't buy theirs, buy ours, because the shirt on your back. It is what it is, I think, mate. Let's not forget Russ Lingard was here. Oh yeah, but can't be about before Declan Rice got injured. I mean, he was the reason we weren't in the championship, in the Champions League, really, that injury. 2 reasons we lost. 1, Fabianski dropping a number of balls, interesting, and Bone and Vlasic missing their chance. And what happens when you play on the counter? I mean, definitely Vlasic should have scored that goal in the first half. Fabianski, but I think the same way, I think Fabianski saved us quite a lot yesterday. There's a number of shots he had. I thought he played a good game. Of course, he spilt the ball, but I think, you know, it was Ronaldo from close point range. You know, to be honest, Ronaldo should have scored that, really, rather than even giving Fabianski a chance. But yeah, no, fair play, man. I think Jesse will come back to West Ham to be a big part of what he becomes. possibly in January. Who knows, man? Fornals was wasteful. Maybe worst game of the season. Maybe he's getting tired. Maybe. I mean, he should have buried that. Or should have left. He tried to rebone it, didn't he, in the second half? And again, if that went on, it would be goal of the month. But Vlasic had a better option, I think. What changes will we and they make? Well, I think it'll be wholesale changes. I'll be surprised if there's. I really will be surprised if there be no people who started on Sunday for West Ham. Any of them will be in the starting lineup, because I think they've all had a lot of obviously fair play to. I know people look knackered and stuff, but they played that team. They played on Thursday. Man United played on Tuesday as well. Don't forget that. They never cut days fitness as well. So yeah, I think they'll have a. But we want some consistency though. We do want, I know he'll make wholesale changes, which is frustrating because I'd like to get, the team back on the pitch like a bike. You fall over, you get back on a bike, and off you go again. And that's what I think we should do. All in all, it was a good performance by West Ham. Just slight details decided the match, mate. That's bang on. He wouldn't get into the side if Lingard came back. GB. Yeah, no, I think by getting him into the side, if Lingard came in, Ben Rama would be heavily affected, and I think he's the future. Him and Vlasic. Kroos will play Wednesday. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean that makes sense, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure he's down to play. He should be down. He should be down to play and give the boys a rest. Give Dek and give Souček a rest. Put him on the bench, maybe. And if he needs to, throw him on for 10 minutes. Just keep the league going. Because obviously, you want to keep that. But there's a risk of him getting injured. Yeah, he might just completely. Everything's a risk now, isn't it? To be honest, lunch for Simon today is salads with sweet chili chicken with some added cheese and a glass of J2O, passion and lemonade. Well, hello. Couldn't believe how bad Souček's passing was. Definitely needs a break. I think there was a lot of stray passes. Cresswell did one. Do you remember in the second half, which led to a corner? Such a bad pass, and I just think he's caught up. We've played a lot of games recently, and it just needs to take a I'd try and give the first team as much as a rest as we can before Leeds, because next week's another 2-week game. This week's a 2-week game, but next week's a Thursday Sunday game in it, rather than a Wednesday Saturday. Although it's the same difference, but somehow it doesn't seem that way, but it is. So yeah, but that's the flip side of having a successful season last season, isn't it? That's the trouble. We use Lingard as much as he used us. How can you tell his club he won't play? Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, no, he's a Man United player. Isn't he? He's a Man United player. He reckons that Scott reckons it's Johnson, Diop, Dawson, Fredericks, Noble, Kroos, Vlasic, Yama. Here's your team for Wednesday. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think it could play Johnson left. Maybe we could play Masuaku, or maybe they play 3 at the back, maybe as well, because Johnson could play 3 at the back. But who knows? I think I'd like to see Moyes try something different for Wednesday, because our plan A is Antonio up front. Our plan B is Bowen up front. Plan C, we need Plan C now. This is the next plan. So yeah, I don't think they'll risk him. I think Fornals does a lot of running. He does a lot off the ball. That's for sure. Lunch, 2 sausage rolls in the bakery. Oi, bakery, cucumber ice, berg, radish, and red peppers. Lovely. All in all, good performance. West Ham, slight match details. West Ham's on the same level with Man United. Manchester United deserve a point. Yeah, totally agree. Main reason Rusty's music choice at the ground, unbelievable. I'm just sick of Lingard. I wouldn't want us to sign him on a free. How many days to your birthday now? It's Saturday, isn't it? Birthday's on Saturday. So this is the last week. 10 changes. Yeah, I reckon there'll be 10 changes Wednesday. Yeah. Twice I saw Fabianski not call out for a ball when he got rid of. Yeah, there was a bit of, it's a new partnership as well in the centre backs, and which does take time, doesn't it? I mean, a couple of times where Zuma headed it and Fab, a little bit of hesitancy. That will come, I think, when he's had a whole season. I mean, Fab's had a whole season of Dawson and Ogbonna, and so he's used to them playing in that way. And Zuma's a different player to Dawson, so it takes some readjustment. But Which is surprising, which I thought why Ariola hasn't had a run out yet, because obviously he's mateys with Zoom, and she think they'd have played together. I think it's a hangover of the quiz last night. I'm still disappointed. There we go. Russ, I'm getting concerned. This has turned into a football show. I know. I do apologise, but it's a topic of interest today, isn't it? I mean, tomorrow is tomorrow. Tomorrow, there's nothing to do, and we'll have a silly day tomorrow because we've got it all out of our system, and we'll have a bit of fun. And we'll set some homework for Tuesday, and then obviously Wednesday, we don't have a live show. Then Thursday, but obviously there'll be there's loads. So today we've got the rating show, we've got the flagship show as well, the West Ham Weekly. Tomorrow we'll have obviously today's with our lunchtime shows. We'll have actually I've got where's Stel? Stel sent me the thing. I should really put it in the thing. Let's have a look. Where is it? Right, okay, so yes, and tomorrow, lunchtime show, and then the preview show. So the preview show for the Carabao Cup match. And then Wednesday we'll have obviously no lunchtime show, there'll be a My Hammers 11 rewind on. We'll have the watch along, we'll have the review show, and probably the rating show on Wednesday as well. We'll try and get them all out of the way. Thursday, we may have a live Q&A of an ex-player like we've done before on Thursday night. Hopefully, which would be nice. Was not impressed with Vlasic. Everyone was working hard and pushing hard. He was on the slow mode. Maybe he needs more time. Maybe it's just I thought he was trying in the same way that I thought when Benny turned up and we were saying you'll give him more minutes, and it's almost like he had to earn like Moyes' trust. It seems that's similar now with Vlasic. So I think he needs time. He needs time to adjust to the Premier League. That's for sure. It's a ferocious pace the Premier League is, particularly for the better teams as well. So for me, I think I'm not concerned with Vlasic. I think he's gonna be a good player. There was moments, and it's just like it's getting into a new team, and it takes time. So I think it'll be fun. I highly doubt Peach will be on today. He did a live at 9 a.m. this morning, 2 a.m. Oh, Peach. And Man United 2 extra days resting us. Indeed. I don't think Kroll will play unless Souček on the pitch. No, I think he'll play. Personally, I think with Europe that we should use the League Cup as a chance to rest players and give others a chance. Alan, totally agree. Not just rest players, but showcase the under-23s. Because that, to us, shows that there's, for me, I'd love Ashby to get a run out. I'd love Okaflex to get a run out. Okaflex is the type of player, if he played against Man United, he's so exciting. He'll be the type of player that you guys want, that the fans want on the bench, because it would have been lovely to have someone like him on the bench to throw him on and see what happens. Just as a bit of an unknown quantity. Young, as I said, he's so skillful. I think he's a really, really good player, and if we nurture him well, he'll be a star at West Ham. I really do. Having 2 crusty cobs, I beg your pardon, with breaded ham and piccalilli, with a honeycomb Kit Kat and a can of Pepsi Max. That sounds lovely. I don't know what I'm going for lunch. Flo's not well. Flo's got all bunged up. Is she talking like this today, Daddy? How are you? So she's all bunged up. Joe's not well as well. So it's all bodes well for my birthday weekend, doesn't it? All bodes well. All bodes well for my 40th. One good thing to come was Chelsea battering Spurs, indeed. I think Vlasic was pretty good. Should have scored. Bone was excellent. Funniest phrase in his channel, flagship show. He's the flagship. I mean, he's Steady Arcos. Shit, he's a shit cameraman. But yeah. Agree. We've given our players a chance to get to see him on the team. But yeah, it's but not just for them, but for us. Do you know what I mean? Because we're always concerned about Antonio not being and people talk, unless you watch the under-23s play, you don't necessarily know Okaflex, Neves, LSA, Baptiste. These are some good players. So that's why I think it's a great opportunity to showcase, as it's almost not taking the under-20, not taking the Carabao Cup lightly, but using this as an opportunity to show the fans about what the future holds for West Ham. There's some very, very, very good youngsters in there. And it's useful. At what point is Matt do you know what? I asked him yesterday. he's not entering this week's quiz, this week's draw, which I think's we'll announce what it is. I think it might be a Sufal shirt or something like that for this week. So he is not entering it. I've been reliably informed he's not entering it. So I think he's embarrassed one. It's an embarrassing thing now, to be honest, isn't it? It was a joke. We usually say it's a joke, but now it's embarrassing. Let me have a quick look, see if they've put the new one on. I'm pretty sure it's a Sufal shirt, I believe. Let me have a quick check quickly while we're here. And it's live. I'm confident Leeds away. You can see us playing really well there. I think we always play well against Leeds. Leeds suits us, doesn't it? I think Leeds as a team suits us the way. I'll tell you, it's going to be a signed Declan Rice, framed West Ham, framed Upton Park, framed London Stadium street signs signed by Declan Rice. 65 tickets, only 20 have been sold so far, and that ends on Friday. But we'll do a big promo of that in the next couple of days to get you all excited about that. We can't realistically complete without exhaustion. We shouldn't really play any. No, I totally agree, Epic. I think you should use this all. And again, it's almost as an under 23 cup. That's how I would want to use it. Fringe and under, because again, at the end of the day, you don't. Although it's great to give our fringe players some minutes, but if they got injured, and say, it's a vicious, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Say, Yarmolenko plays, he scores a couple of goals, then gets injured, then that's our plan C out the window. So I don't know. Thank God. That's why we are watching me talking about rubbish, and we're not at Rush Green. Because that's not our job. Under 23s play. See, that's what's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting, David, is what team they put out, the under 23s. That could give you an idea who's not going to be featured in the Man United game, or who will be on the bench in the Man United game. So I'd say if I don't know, some of the boys play 90 minutes today, they're very likely to be playing 90 minutes or a sizable chunk of the game on Wednesday. Leeds will always give us chances. Well, I think Leeds don't. Leeds is very. We play better with an expansive game. When the game starts breaking down a bit, that's when we play quite well, because we have the pace to exploit. Don't think we have Antonio back as well. So keep him wrapped up in cotton wool for the week, and he'll be all right. We'll do some stickers in a minute, man. Benny needs to do more competitive midfield. Yarmo was clueless. Kufel was immense. League Cup could give 2 whatevers. Until we get through to the final, then it's all it's one of those things where it's great that we've got the opportunity to play in four cups. If we lost heavily on Wednesday, although we don't give 2 Fs about it, so to speak, we will do, because it will hurt us. But and similar, if we don't forget the League Cup. Do you remember the League Cup where Jonathan Spector became prime Iniesta? Do you remember? We beat them 4-2. What an amazing evening that was! All the snow and Colton Cole, and they can be, and they could be the boost that we need. A little bit deflated. It could pump us back up for the weekend. There we go. Okay, 5 games in predictions. Chelsea, Golden Boot Ronaldo, Sat Race, Arteta, Norwich, Newcastle and Arsenal going down. Okay. I don't think Arsenal will go down far, James, but fair play. Golden Boot Ronaldo, I think, Ronaldo, Lukaku. Chelsea, I think it's Chelsea or Man United. I think City, I think they're going to rue not having a striker, in my opinion. Arteta to be relegated, I think I'm going to say Nuno. If he loses on Sunday, they've got the North London derby this week, didn't they? If he's lost to Chelsea 3-0 and loses to Arsenal, I think the winner of that game, the loser, will be the first sack race. Not immediately, but that's how the season's going. Totally agree. Let's give you a trot out indeed. Am I bothered? Great, good cheer, great applause. Well, again, it happened. Obviously, we were setting out everything for the day, and then I just went on my Twitter and I said to our floor manager, "Oh, Jimmy Greaves just died." And then okay. So we quickly put together some graphics. To be fair, we did it I was very impressed. I bet Matt sniffed that seat. Rather than a European joining the chat later, maybe make the whole under 23s. Possibly. We'll have the tactics to completely outplay Leeds. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's going to be like it's all out attack in it. It's going to be really, really exciting, I think. Under release Premier League. Yeah, we do. Anyone else think looks a bit knackered? I just think he's played so many games without much of a rest. Same as Deck, same as Sufal. I mean, but Sufal had like a, had a rest, kinda. But I think let's give Souček a week off. You know what I mean? Just to recuperate. They all do, I think. Sad news about Greavesy. Yep, and all Boise indeed. They should change the name to the City Cup. Yeah, you always seem to win it, don't they? We have 10 players they haven't really had a go. Put them out. But then, Scott, I don't want to lose any of them 10 players because we probably need them for the next few weeks. There's trouble. I think you're going to look at. I think, to be honest, although I'd like things to pan out a certain way, I think you're more likely to get what Epic Hashtag is saying. Maybe not necessarily the kids, but I think you're going to get a lot of first teamers in there to give them game time. But I would not want to give them game time. But I think, but it's David Moyes. In Moyes we trust. So I think it is about Areola. I think it will be Fredericks, Dawson, Diop, Ben Johnson maybe left back. And then you'll have Kryle and Noble in the middle, or Kryle and Lanzini in the middle. And then you'll have, I think they might give some more minutes to Vlasic just to get used to the game a little bit more. I wouldn't necessarily start. I'd like to see Okaflex start. I'd like to see who else? I mean, someone put Masuaku on the left. That could be interesting. We'll see. Afternoon, Terro, still recovering from yesterday. Great. Jerry's out, early days. Hope Moyes can make that magic, but he's not a striker. He's not a striker. He's a 10. Isn't he, really? Remember it well, Russ got stuck in the M2 for about 2 hours in the snow and had to turn around, got home for the second half. There we go. Matt won't enter yet. He will win it. Yeah, exactly. He's not going to. Yankee, he told me he ain't going to enter. We'll only believe that when the winner gets announced. He's a 10, not a striker. It was never a striker, it's a 10. Who told you a striker? United will not want to win. Give them a run. They have a manager who panics and relies on individuals. See them playing youngsters like Hannah. Yeah. No, I think it's going to be like under 23 match versus under 23 match. I was at partying yesterday. I missed the game. Thank goodness. Jazza, lucky you. Right, let's play a few rounds of cards because we'll try and do some fun. But then knowing James will moan about it, he'll still be salty about it. So for those of you who knew, what we do is we play. It's like Guess Who, really. That's what it is. I give you a team, a Premier League team, and you give me who the player is. See, got my cards here. Oh, I won't pick this one, but the first one was De Gea. No, not today. Okay, let's go with a Norwich player. Norwich. God, some of these I've never heard of. Norwich. Right, Cantwell, no. Is under pressure? Maybe. Pookie, not Cantwell, not Krul. There we go, that'll do. Not Krul, not Ramsey, not Aarons, not Hugo, not Ramsey. Not Hugo. Not old Hughes. Poor old Hugo. Never did get to play in front of the bubbles, did he? Never did get to walk out with the bubbles, did he? Poor old. Not Hanley. I wonder if this guy's actually played this season, to be honest. Not Lita. Never. I mean, I've never heard of some of these players, I'll be honest. Who we got? Our old player. No. Not Smith, not Byram, not Jones, not Tete, not Aarons, not Smith. Let's have a look. Did he play on? Let's see if he played. I'm going to see if he played on Sunday. Well, not Saturday. Football. Not Kranich, not Kabak, not Stippenman, not Aarons. Some great names. Barnett have sacked Harry Kewell. Didn't realize Harry Kewell was there. Fair play. Not Hernandez, not Norman. I mean, Ludders has got it. It's Roop. Who Whoever Roop is. Lucas Roop. Lucas Roop. Well done, lads. Nice to see. Did Lucas play? Probably never played. Lineups. Lucas Roop. Was he even on the bench? He was on the bench. Luds gets the point. Well done, Ludders. That's what we like to see. Ludders is storming away. Nice to see. Next one. We're going to... Too late. Next one is a Leicester player. Leicester City. Now you see Leicester a team. You know what I mean? It's like when we look at ourselves and how our season's planning out. Leicester, what's going on with them at the moment? 12th, 6 points. Not Vardy. It's not Vardy. I mean Leicester. They've lost. They've won 2, lost 3. It is Tielemans. Very very good, Scott. Well done, Scotty boy. Tielemans. Is that your first point, Scott? No, it's not. Second point. Second point for Scott. Nice and quick. Let's go for Burnley. A Burnley player. Who could it be for Burnley? Well done, Scott. Check on Chef. Straight in there. Wally World. Welcome to the game. Chris Woods. Nice quick one. Actually, is that what? No, it's Wally's second point. Wally's too quick. Too quick for you. Scott is too quick for you. He was in there first. Next one, we've got a team. Which team could be? It's a team badge. Nice one, actually. Team badge. Not Everton, not Burnley. Neither or. Not Villa, not Eagles, not West Ham, not Newcastle. It's Liverpool. Well done, David M. Very, very good. David M. Is that your first point, David M? It is your first point. Welcome to the game. David M. 1 point. Very good. See, people missed. Ludders was a bit slow. Mate was a bit slow. Scott was a bit slow. Ludders was a bit slow. Right, okay, let's do 2 more. All right, let's go. Oh god, okay, let's get him, and let's just pick someone we haven't had him. Okay, let's go for a Wolves player. Deserved the win. 2 penalties, didn't get the referee. The referee's a fraud. There we go, Abdi. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. That's what you think. Good luck to you, son. A Wolves player. Who could it be? A player from Wolves. And they're all going to come in, aren't they? They're all going to come in. Right. Let's have a look. It's not Jimenez. It's not Traore. It's not Dendoncker. It's not Cody. It's not Jimenez. It's not Sarr. It's not Traore. Martinho. No. He hang. Huang He-Hang, not Patricio, it's not Saez, it's Semedo. Well done, Oz. Oz is now on 4 points. Nice to see. Nice. Sometimes nice to do a good quick round. Right, last one. We're going to go for a Watford player. Don't know why I hit the cards down so hard there, but we're going for a Watford player. Ludders just missed that again. We're going for a Watford player. Damn you, Oz. Damn you. Last one. We're going for a Watford player. It's not Sarr. It's not Jeremy. It's not Ben Foster. It is Hughes. Will Hughes. Well done. I know he's no longer. He's moved on, but Will Hughes. Well done, Oz. You see, you guess one. You guess the next one. Go on. Very, very good. Anyway, as I said, we'll be back here at 12:30 tomorrow. But also tonight, we've got the rating show with Matt. He will probably be talking about winning the Mark Noble shirt for all prizes. Not Mark Noble seat. We've also got the flagship show, the West Ham Weekly with Steli Arcos. That'll be on tonight. He'll be writing his script at the moment. He writes a script. This is the universal sign for writing scripts. He writes a script, bless him. Clearly, I don't. You can tell. And then tomorrow we'll have a lunchtime show. We'll then have a preview for the Carabao Cup. And yeah, if you like it around here, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. Appreciate it, Scott, as always. Let me save those last scores and the stickers. For those interested, Ludders is top with 14. Alfie's got 11. James and Skipper both got 9. Richard's got 6. Luke and Oz have both got 5. And then there's everyone else has got 2 or 1s. There we go. It's scripted. Stel show is scripted. Stel show. It's got all the things. He'll be doing it now. No show. Russ is on the on Wednesdays. I'm not Wednesdays. We have a West Ham rewind instead. We don't do a show on Wednesdays because I have to go to the office on Wednesday. Potentially 2 days now in the office. We'll see. Mo, my friend, the chat is your script writer. Exactly. I literally just turn up and see what everyone talks about. Russ, can we have a league update? Is there any games playing tonight? Have we got any fun? I don't think we've got any league games tonight, is there? Let me have a quick check. I don't think so. Sports, football, scores. No, let's do okay. We can let's have a quick look at the where we are in the Fantasy Premier League. Fantasy Premier League. Let's have a quick look at that. See how well I've done. Nuts. Right. Okay. So top of the league of the West Ham network is Alexander is top. Then we've got Stephen Farley, Billy Matthews, Oscar Martin in 5th place. Scott, Sean Crowin, Nathan Walmore, Finn, Ben Farmer. Who else we got in there? Luke Legend 17th. I've risen to 23rd. Where's that put me above Steady Arcos? I'm above. Who am I above? Happy Hammer Out. I'm above Peach. I'm above Pete. I'm above Steady Arcos. Matt. I'm above Simon. I'm above James and Clive and Alfie and Dan. You boys and Mo. I'm above you all. I took a bit of a. What did I do last week? I think I bought on. Where was my? What did I do last week? I got 72 points. How did I do well? I kept Tony in. Oh, that's good. I knew I was going to do it anyway. Anyway, guys, take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Come on, you wines, and we'll see you again very, very soon. I'd like to also thank you to all our lovely, lovely, lovely channel members and stuff like that. Your name's going to be coming up very, very soon on the screen to say thanks very much. So thank you, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.